You there? I've been looking all over for you. Do you want to play chess with me? You say you're bad. Well, I don't really believe that. I think you can't be that bad. Come on, let's just play around. And who knows, you might win. The winner gets to dunk the other person into a bucket of water. Oh, you don't like that? Well, I've always wanted to do that to you. So, too bad, I guess. So, let's set up the pieces first. Do you know how to set them up? Oh, your mother always set them up for you. Well, that's okay. I can teach you. So you can play white and I'll play black. Okay, so what you want to do first is put all your pawns over here like so. And then you have your rook. And these go on the sides. Now you have your knights, which go here. And then your bishops. And then your queen. And the king always goes on the opposite color square. Okay. So now it's time for me to set up my pieces, and I'm not going to play with the queen because I know you said you haven't played for a while, so I'll just let that be a disadvantage for me. See, this will be fun, I told you. Okay, so since you're white, you get to move first. So where do you want to move? You want to move your queen over here. No, that's illegal. You can't do that. You can't move your queen if there's other pieces around it. Like, there's no space for it to go. So maybe you want to try to move one of your pawns first. Okay, so which pawn do you choose? You want this one? You sure? Okay. And how many spaces? 2. Okay. Now it's my turn. And I think I'm just going to move my pawn here. Okay, it's your turn again. Where do you want to go? You said you wanted to move your knight here. That's not possible. Only bishops can move diagonally. Knights move in L shapes, remember? Okay, so you want to move your king then? To where? To here. Okay. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm going to move my bishop here. Now, where do you want to go? This pawn. Up 1. Okay. That's a really interesting move. Where should I go? I think I am going to move my knight out. So you see this L shape, that's what I can do with a knight. Okay, so what do you want to do now? This pawn forward up 1. one again. Okay. Well, let's see. I think I'm going to castle. So, castling, if you don't remember, is when you have your king and it hasn't moved and a bishop, not a bishop, sorry, a rook, then you can kind of make them switch places. Like so. Yep. Okay. So now you say you want to move this pawn up again one. Are you sure about that? Okay. Well, I think I can take your pawn then, because my knight is here. So, I've captured your pawn. Oh, that was kind of a dumb move. I think you can take something from me. Are you sure about that? You can do something really, really good here for yourself. Oh, okay. So you're gonna put your king here. Alright then. Well, you see, you could have taken my knight with your rook. Because rooks can go here, remember? Okay, so I'm just going to move my knight here, back again. And you want to move your pawn here. Okay. Well, then I think I am going to move this knight out. Okay. Okay, now you want to move your knight out. That's really not a good idea. Are you sure about that? Well, sure, I guess. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this pawn out here. This is a pretty standard move to do after you've castled. Okay, and you want to move your queen. No, your pawn. Oh, are you really sure about that? Okay then. This goes up here. I know you want to attack this pawn, but now I can just take your queen. So I'm just gonna do that then. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry. Well, oh no, you don't want to do that. No, you don't. I promise you don't want to do that. You don't want to move your rook over here. I know you want to take it, but I'm just gonna help you out a little bit and say that my pawn can take your rook. Okay, so you want to move your bishop out here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm going to put my bishop back here. And no. I already said last time, if you take my pawn with your rook, I'm going to take your rook. Oh, you have a strategy. Okay, I guess I'll trust you then. And that's your piece. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but I need to take your rook. Okay, let's see. What is your strategy? Okay, very interesting. You want to move your knight here. want to move your pawn up by 2 to take this pawn. Okay. Well, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to take your bishop. Okay. Let's see, what will you do next? Alright, you want to take this pawn. Well, I guess that was somewhat of a good decision, because at least you have 2 of my pieces now. So, I am going to move this pawn out by 2. What do you want to do? Oh, you want to move your knight here. Are you sure about that? Okay, I guess. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, what do you want to do now? You want to take this pawn? Okay, pretty good choice. So now you have 3 pawns. 1, 2, 3. Okay, what I am going to do now is I am going to take this pawn. Okay, and you said you want to move this pawn forward. Alrighty. Well, I guess I'm going to take this pawn. Okay, and you say you want to move your knight here. Alright. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move my rook up, like so. And now you want to move your pawn. Are you sure? Okay, I guess. Let's see. I'm just going to move this piece here. And you want to move this pawn here. Well, I just baited you, I guess. Because I am going to take this piece. Yep. And you're going to move your rook here. Well, I don't really know what that move did for you, but your call. I'm just going to move this piece over here. Now what will you do? Oh, you can't move your king here because my pawn is here, and my pawn attacks diagonally. Okay. You want to move your knight. Your knight all the way back here. Okay, I guess that works. Well, I am going to take your rook. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah, you're thinking hard. Well, you kind of got yourself into this position, so... And I did give you a bunch of retries, so I don't really know what else I can do. Okay, so... You say you want to move your pawn. Well, that's finally a pretty decent choice. Because now your bishop is attacking my rook, so I need to move it. But it sucks to be you, I guess. Check. So your king is in danger because it's being attacked by my rook. So you have to move it away, but you can't move it here or there. Because my bishop is attacking these 2 places. What you can do is you can move your bishop here. Or you can king here. And you can also move your king here. But you can't move it here because my bishop is looking that way, you know? Okay, so you say you want to move your king. Okay, where again? Here. Okay, that's fine. I am going to move my bishop here. Oh, did that make you a little bit confused? Well, you said you wanted to move your bishop here to protect your king so it's closer. Well, I'm not really sure that's how it works, but I'll let you do that. Okay, let's see, I have two different options. I think I am going to move my bishop here. And, oh, yeah, you're right. You can move your pawn to the end of the board to get a queen as long as it reaches the end of the board. But I don't really know how possible that is for you right now. Oh, but you want to try? Well, I guess you can. So, this pawn moves over here. Okay. Well, I think I can let you take that pawn. I'm just going to go... Actually, no. I am first going to go here. Yep. And where you want to go now? Oh, you're going to take the pawn. Oh no, and now my king is in check. Well, I'm just going to take this pawn with my rook. So, I'm sorry I crushed your dreams. But you can't get a queen yet. Okay, so you're gonna try with this pawn. Are you sure about that? Okay. Well, there you are. And I'm just going to move my bishop here then. And that is check. So your king can't move here, nor here, nor here, nor here. Your king can move here. And it also can move here. But it can't move here, so you only have these two choices because you can't take my bishop since it's protected by my knight. You want to go here. Okay. Then I think I'm going to move my bishop here. So your king can't move here, nor there, nor there. But it can move here. Okay. So that's what you'll do. I think I'm going to move my knight up here. And no, you can't take it because my bishop is protecting it. Okay. You want to move this pawn. Are you sure about that? Okay. Well, we'll move it here. I don't really know what that did either, but do you? Okay, I know. I am going to move my rook here. What will you do? You'll move your pawn up here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm really sorry about this, but I think I won. Checkmate. Yeah. Yes, I'm sure. Because you can't move your king to any of these places because my rook is there. And you can't move your king here because my bishop. And you can't move your king here because of my knight. shake hands and not win. Oh, well, I guess you can leave me hanging if you want. But I'll see you later, some other day, and maybe we can play chess again. See ya. Well, here's the bucket of water.